Hello everyone. In this video we will continue with the role of transportation in the tourism industry. Earlier we discussed about the roadways, now we will continue with the railways and left. First we'll talk about the railways. Okay, the first railway engine was run in 1825 by George Stephens between the Stockton to Darlington. Within the 3 decades, the first rail in India ran between Boribandar to Thane. Okay, the distance was 35 km on April 1853. Thereafter, there was a fast development in the field of the railway expansion, upgradation, and technological development. During the independence, the track length in India was 52,000 km, which is at present about 63,000 km. During this period, brandification of gauges, electrification of the routes, modernization of the coach, and with the public friendly utilities have been incorporated in railways. Now Indian Railway is the second longest in Asia after the China, but largest management in the Asia. It had about 77,000 railway stations, runs about 12,000 trains daily, and carry about 15 million passengers every day. At present, there are the 17 zones in the railway administration. The role of railways in tourism. Indian Railway plays an important role in tourism. Journey through trains gives a unique experience to the tourists, and tourists can see the natural sceneries through the trains. Railway connects the major cities of India to popular attraction, and a foreigner can experience true India through the riding of Indian trains. The Indian train give an inner view of the Indian lifestyle and culture. Indian Railway operates special tourist trains such as the Place on Wheels, Indian Chariot, and the Ferry King. Many toy trains are still running and formulated by Indian Railway, like in the Kalka to Shimla and in the Darjeeling to Siliguri to Darjeeling. There are toy trains which are running currently. India is a vast country, and Indian Railway connect the small destination to huge destination. Now we'll talk about the airways. 15 October 1932 is the date where the airways path of Indian civil aviation, when the great industrial and one of the pioneer of Indian development took a flight from Karachi to Mumbai. Very soon this service was expanded up to Madras. He inspired the other entrepreneurs who started this airline. That's industry who started it was the Tata Industries. Thus, the new dimension of transport started their airline. During the World War II, they played important role in the transportation of army and ration, thus become economically and technically sound. When India became independent, then India had 9 airlines. Among them, Tata Airlines the most important, and it's converted into the Air India International Limited. Function of these private airlines were not satisfactory, so the government nationalized their air transport industry on 1st August 1953. These airlines companies was merged under the Air Corporation Act, and two new corporations were set up. Air India Corporation of International and Long Haul Operation, Indian Airlines Corporation for domestic and neighboring countries. In 1960, the both airlines replaced their field of old planes with the jet planes, and thereafter time too they replaced the old with latest available planes. Thus they had the latest aircraft with the latest technology. The role of air transport in tourism. Air transport is very important for India for tourism purpose, because it brings the most foreign peoples in the newest era of tourism. Air transport is the quickest and most modern and safest latest addition to the modes of transport. India is very far from the main tourist market, especially we talk about the West Europe and the USA, that give the more accessibility through the air transport. The water transport makes several months, okay, where the airlines could be took 2-3 days to reach there. Due to the great physiographic barrier of the Himalaya in the north, the Pamir Hindu Kush range in the northwest, and the Arakan Pegi Yoma in the northeast, surface transport is not possible, so air transport provides the best option. In fact, the 90% of inbound tourists prefer air transportation. Inbound tourists मतलब those who are coming inside to our country from the other country. So even India airport transport is a good option because India is such a vast country with that surface journey may take a long time. For a foreign tourist, it is difficult to invest many days in the journey and spend much more days to reach destination. Okay, so that's why they prefer air journey. Air India and the Indian and the Alliance Air offer several packages like the Discover India or Wonder India at very cheap rate, low rate with the travel and travel accommodation facility. Now we will talk about the water transport in the India. There are two types of water transport. First one is inbound, in case inland water transport, and second is sea water transport. Okay. Inbound water transport in India, the Himalayas rivers are very perennial and sufficient volume of the water through the year. Okay, and the peninsular rivers are seasonal with very fluctuating rhythm of water. So, due to that, the construction of dams and canals, the water volume is reduced and divert the most all sections. India has the 14,500 of navigable waters, rivers, canals, and backwaters and lagoons. At present, length of 3,700 of major rivers is navigable by mechanized craft. Okay, these water bodies are known as national waterways. Okay, in waterways, especially those, we can talk about the water boats, or we can say the ferry, and okay, or motorboat are running in the rivers. Okay, for the promoting and the tourism and reaching the tourist destination. Since independence, the share of water transport has shrunk from large to extent because the inbound tourism water transport got shrink because of the expenses of roadways and railways was much more larger than before. Okay, the railway and roads construction of bridge and reduce the role of transport. Now with few exceptions, they are not used to carry passenger, but still they are using. Okay, uh, for the cargoes only. Due to the installation, we can talk about the Patna Haldia station has become so large vessel cannot come to the directly from sea and land, so they are very limited to use. Okay, and because of the slow and not very safe, that's why inbound water service get lacks expansion, but become to raise of the tourism industry, just like doing the houseboating, our uh, stay in houseboat. Okay, like we can say in the Srinagar or whatever the backwaters in Kerala. So that kind of inbound water transport are increasing and which have significant role in tourism. Now we'll talk about the sea water. Okay, India has approximately 5,000 kilometer long coastline. So in the most sections, it is the ideal setting of ports, and it's shallow and coastline. There are 12 major ports in India directly under the central government. So sea water transport is very important for the India. The volume export import happen through that. Okay, so with its coastline, very huge coastline, the exclusive economy zone, India has been the largest merchant shipping fleet in the world. The Shipping Corporation of India is the government-owned shipping company with over 90 other companies are responsible for the shipping operation. Okay, what the role of seawater in the tourism? Okay, unfortunately, despite the huge coastal line, the coastal destinations from Dwarka to Kolkata, seawater transport from India is not very important. The main reason is because the journey to Port Blair from Kolkata to Chennai is 72 hours, so which is too much for foreigners. Okay, if you talk about the how much Indian people use the seawater, especially when they want to go as a tourism, Lakshadweep or Port Blair, but majorly it took time, so they prefer airlines also. So that's why the Indian water transport not much bigger than other countries, we can say, but still there is a hope for that major vast of tourism, and people are liking the water sports and try to be leisure. cruise lines Cruise liners are expanding in India, so it become important for the Indian tourism. However, the passenger traffic by sea limited to, I already said that we limited to Port Blair and the Lakshadweep and Cochin and that. So okay, but there is a expandation of water too. That's all. In this video we already talk about the role of transportation in tourism. Thank you.